board with Max Verstappen, who's now losing control here the second to last lap. Turn 7, Daniel Ricciardo making a move on the outside, charging for Lewis Hamilton, the Honey Badger, the late breaker, taking away hammer time, going into first place here. What's up, everyone? We are back, and as you just saw, things are about to get hot and spicy on the track, maybe even a little flirty, because I'll be making some moves. But before we jump into all of that, I'm going to be showing you what the Paul Ricard French Grand Prix has to offer.
6 lefts and 9 rights give us a total of 15 corners here at the circuit Paul Ricard, and a lap covers an overall distance of 3.6 miles. Average speeds will be somewhere in the region of 142 miles per hour, and they'll be maxing out on the Mistral Straight at around 205 miles per hour.
Alright, yes, the grid. Now, we're not going to dive too much into the grid because I don't know if I mentioned to you guys, I don't know if I mentioned all of you, but we're going to be doing the impossible. We're going to be accomplishing what I don't think anybody has attempted to accomplish. Alright, we are going to be facing the AI at 0% in the 2022 McLaren with the Honey Badger himself, Daniel Ricciardo. Yeah. Okay, we're going to be mopping the floor with our teammate Lando Norris. We're going to be mopping the floor with the entire grid, all right? So get ready for some high-speed, intense racing action, because I'll be taking butts and kicking names. So here we are on the grid, getting ready, getting focused, getting mentally prepared for this ultimate butt kicking. Here we are. Lights are out. Down the straight, everyone takes off. I slip and slide down this main straight, but you know what? I'm not phased. Not one bit, because it's the first lap. It's the first turn. I dive past everyone, not making any contact. Absolutely beautiful.
Awesome job, mate.
So here we are making it for the second turn. I dive bomb again. Right past them, forget about it, making a move to the outside, a little unorthodox, but I get the nose in there, making it just past Sonoda, now making a move on Gasly. I'm getting ready, I'm analyzing the track, the racing line, what he has to offer, and I'm thinking turn 7 here down this main straight is going to be a great opportunity as we come into what is going to be a hard left brake. Not even close, but I make my move just about through here. This chicane, it gets a little slippery, so careful, but you can definitely make it up here, flying down the main, one of these straights, not the main straight, sorry, but you can do it flat out here, coming into a right-hander. This is where you can definitely catch up, getting the slipstream of your opponents ahead of you. Everybody goes far to the left, not me. I take it on the inside, sweep just right under Ocon, and now I'm fighting with Guan Yu, and I'm making Ocon a little nervous because he sees me in his mirrors and he's like, holy crap, the Honey Badger is back, everybody. We thought he was in hibernation, we thought he was sleeping. Not today. Here we are back on the first main straight, the grid, and I am just pumping into these gears, revving the RPMs, getting ready for the first turn here. And I'm gonna admit, this first turn is hard to see. It is a blind turn, but I think it's really fun if you can nail it, because it goes into the sweeping right-hander. Reminds me a bit of IndyCar. Here I am making a move on Ocon, late braking into this turn, coming slightly up a curve here, sweeping hard into this right-hander. I was in the wrong gear. You definitely want to be in second, which then you'll push to third, fourth, fifth, should be in seventh right now. I'm losing a little speed. As you see, the cars behind me are not far behind, so this is definitely a fight. Here I am coming into the left-hander, braking a little early, but I lose traction and grip because I was kind of butterflying it, so I wasn't able to get sticked onto the road there. Flying down great turn, taking it flat out. I tend to let off the throttle just a tiny bit, because I'll admit, I don't have the confidence yet, because you come into this sweeping right-hander that you don't think is ever going to end, and here I am now coming up behind Charles Leclerc and George Russell for 6th and 5th position, losing a little traction there, but I'm ready to make a move here on one of the last chicanes that just shoot us out into the straight. And here we are now, Daniel Ricciardo, me, the honey badger, coming down the straight, getting in the slipstream of Charles Leclerc, back into the onboard cam. I tuck right in there, slingshot myself out, shake and bake, baby, and now I'm right behind George Russell. Leclerc tries to make a move on the outside of me. Not a chance today. That is not how the cookie crumbles, but I think I can pull it off here with Russell. Can I do it? Nope, not right now. But I see Russell and Perez, and I got my talons out. I am ready to put up a fight and not give up. Coming down into turn 7, fighting Russell. Actually, not even. Kick him while he's down, make fun of his mom, who cares, because that was not even a fight. I felt like I was bullying him. Coming up on Perez, tried a late break, nearly rear-ending the man. Russell tries to pop around. He thought he could come out swinging. Not a chance. No Hamilton. But here we are, coming to this flat-out turn. Sorry, taking a little sip of water here. Coming behind Perez, Sainz. Now, I've had amazing laps, but let's check in on my teammate, Lando Norris, who's been struggling to even make a move, unlike Daniel Ricciardo, at the French Grand Prix. But here we are.
Losing power, it's going.
Keep going for now,
I can't, it's broken! It's broken! It's off.
Oh man, it seems like Lando Norris seems to be struggling with the car, fighting with Alexander Albon. It is not my teammates' day as they put up a fight here.
The f*** is this guy doing? Just dangerous. He forced me off. What's this idiot doing? The best I could.
Now back to Daniel Ricciardo in the number 3 McLaren, who is now gone up behind Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton here in 3rd place, coming down the main straight. Is this where we're going to see some intense action? We're about to see some moves being made. Daniel Ricciardo, laying down the fastest lap here, coming into the first turn, getting behind Verstappen, trying to get in the slipstream, but he's tucked right in there behind Hamilton. Get a little bit of an accordion effect here, because I'm not braking properly. As I said, I'm serving up some sloppy joes, but I'm making him nervous. I'm getting in those mirrors, and I'm letting my presence be known. I try to make a move here on the outside. Verstappen almost killing me. What the? Can we take a look back at that, please? Because that was just unclean, unsafe. As we see here with Max Verstappen, we're now going on board. Oh, he seems to just swing out wide.
What a joke, mate. I can't even see where I'm going, so much vibration.
But now he's making a move on Lewis Hamilton, tucked behind. And the honey badger just making a lovely move. I swing out, take a little bit of underbody damage, just because we slightly kissed. Here we are now, going on board with Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis were under threat of losing position.
I don't understand, guys. Save the tyres to go longer.
Yeah, copy Lewis. Just reviewing it now.
Here we are, pulling the old switcheroo, I think, down the straight here. Getting very close. It's a flat out. I take it on the outside, pulling the old switcheroo on Hamilton, who then comes back to do it again. Oh, fast thinking from me. I pull just around, coming up into this final twisty turn chicane part of the race. As you see here, the trail of cars right behind me. It is pretty intense. I am definitely putting up a fight. Got my elbows out. And I will admit, as you see, I'm locking up. I'm swinging out wide in some aspects. I'm not really on the racing line. That could be partially that I do race from inside the cockpit, so seeing past those tires in these new cars is quite difficult. But I seem to be doing well because I am making up amazing time on Lewis Hamilton and the rest of the crowd, creating a great gap, almost 2 seconds. So, and I'm not getting any warnings or any trouble from the FIA. That may be a glitch from the game because we have seen that a little bit. But I think overall, I put in some good, clean laps. They may be a little sloppy, but I think I've cleaned up rough around the edges, we can say. But I'm finishing up the race. I'm coming on my last lap. And I'm just taking in the moment. I have successfully mopped the floor, beaten down, just stolen the confidence of the AI at 0%. So I'm feeling absolutely just wonderful about myself. And I encourage actually everybody to race the AI at 0% and start working your way up, even if you think you're top notch, okay? Because it really showed that my skills aren't where they need to be. There's definitely tons of room for improvement. And I brake late, sloppily go into corners, so a lot to learn. So I encourage everyone to face the AI at 0%. So one, you can feel better about yourself. Tell your friends that, heck yeah, I get podium every single time. But also, it's learning experience. I get the checkered flag here. I celebrate taking home the gold.
Superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
Exactly. That is what you want to hear. Driver of the day. Somebody stop me. I am on fire.
We've witnessed some great battles around Paul Ricard today, and they've taken a fantastic...
Yes. Great battles. Great racing. You can't get any better.
Natalie Pinkham, how do you think
But
they were able to set themselves apart?
enough of this nonsense. We don't need to hear what they have to say because they're just going to say that Daniel Ricciardo put in amazing racing. He was the honey badger. He had prey in his sights and he pounced and he clawed and he devoured. What can I say? McLaren, man, we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back, boys. Great racing, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that this was an experience, that it was immersive, and that if there's anything else that can make this an overall good time, let me know. Please remember to like and subscribe. Come back for more. Leave your opinion in the comments because I love to hear it. Oh my gosh, you see the haircut on that lady? I'm sorry, some of the models in this game are terrifying for the racers and the people out in the crowd. But anyways, that is the Paul Ricard French Grand Prix. Always great opportunities for overtaking, battling, even with the A at 0%. I think as we bump it up, this is a racetrack for high speed, quick turns, and just overall fun. See you guys around soon. Like, subscribe, and yeah, see you again.
I'm a high performance athlete. Athletes sweat. Sweat, baby. Sweat, sweat.